Hi, welcome to our channel Programming of Mind, where we accelerate your knowledge with concise, from high-value book summaries. Let's begin the dip. Achieving mastery and long-term success. The final phase in navigating the dip is about understanding what it takes to achieve mastery and sustaining long-term success. While the dip may feel discouraging, it's also the crucible in which your skills, resilience, and determination are tested. The ability to emerge from the dip stronger, more capable, and with a deepened sense of mastery is what separates those who achieve extraordinary success from those who merely get by. In this final part, we explore how to use the dip as a stepping stone toward achieving mastery in your field and ensuring long-term success. Let's start with the story of Tom, a man who dreamed of becoming a world-class guitarist. Tom had played guitar since he was a teenager, but when he set his sights on mastering advanced techniques, he quickly encountered the dip. His progress seemed slow, and the challenges of learning difficult songs and complicated finger positions were overwhelming. There were days when Tom doubted his abilities and wondered if he would ever reach the level of mastery he aspired to. However, instead of giving up, Tom decided to embrace the dip. He understood that mastery was not achieved overnight, and that the dip was a necessary part of the process. Tom shifted his focus from trying to become an expert right away to enjoying the incremental progress he made each day. He spent hours practicing, learning new techniques, and pushing through the frustrating moments. As time went on, Tom began to notice significant improvements in his playing. His ability to tackle more challenging pieces grew, and eventually, he became a sought-after guitarist for live performances. Tom's story demonstrates the role of the dip in the journey to mastery. The dip isn't just an obstacle. It's an opportunity to refine your skills, learn from mistakes, and deepen your understanding of your craft. Mastery comes not from avoiding the dip, but from pushing through it, staying committed, and continually improving. It is this persistence that leads to excellence and separates amateurs from masters. Mastery is also about consistency. Achieving long-term success doesn't happen by chance. It requires consistent effort over time. While it's easy to get distracted by short-term rewards or instant gratification, those who achieve mastery understand that real success comes from sustained, focused work. Consider the story of Lisa, a writer who wanted to become a best-selling author. In the early days of her writing career, Lisa faced multiple rejections. She felt defeated after every rejection letter, yet she refused to quit. Instead, Lisa used the feedback from her rejections to refine her writing, learning new techniques and styles along the way. She wrote every day, even when it felt like no progress was being made. Over the years, Lisa's writing improved, and eventually, her book was published and became a bestseller. Lisa's story illustrates the importance of consistency in achieving long-term success. The dip is where many people give up, but those who persevere and remain consistent in their efforts eventually find their breakthrough. Mastery doesn't come from a single moment of brilliance. It comes from the repeated effort, dedication, and commitment to improvement. One of the keys to mastering anything is learning how to embrace failure as part of the process. Every failure is a lesson, an opportunity to grow and improve. When you face setbacks in the dip, it's easy to see them as signs of your inadequacy. However, the truth is that failure is often a precursor to success. The most successful people in the world are not those who avoid failure, but those who embrace it and learn from it. Consider the story of Emily, a young architect who was determined to design a landmark building. Emily spent years working on the design, but her first few concepts were rejected by her clients. She faced criticism, and the dip seemed endless. However, Emily did not let failure deter her. She took the feedback she received, refined her designs, and kept pushing forward. Each failure brought her closer to her vision, and eventually, she produced a design that was not only accepted but celebrated by the architecture community. Emily's story highlights the importance of learning from failure. In the dip, failure may seem like the end, but in reality, it is a crucial part of the process. Embracing failure as a learning experience allows you to grow, adapt, and improve your work. Mastery comes not from avoiding mistakes, but from learning how to recover from them and apply the lessons they teach you. Another key to achieving mastery is developing a deep sense of passion for your craft. Mastery requires more than just skill. It requires a genuine love for what you do. When you're passionate about your work, the dip becomes a challenge to overcome, not a reason to quit. Your passion keeps you motivated when things get tough and helps you push through the difficult times. Take the story of Maya, a dancer who wanted to perform at a prestigious ballet company. She encountered numerous challenges along the way, including injuries, doubts, and the fierce competition in the ballet world. But Maya's passion for dancing kept her going. Her love for the art form fueled her determination to keep improving, and eventually, she was selected to join one of the top ballet companies in the world. Maya's story exemplifies the role of passion in achieving mastery. When you are deeply passionate about your craft, the dip becomes less of a burden and more of an opportunity to grow. Passion helps you stay committed during the toughest times and drives you to push through the difficulties of the dip. Without passion, the dip may feel like an insurmountable obstacle, but with it, you can find the strength to keep going. The journey to mastery is not just about improving your technical skills. It's also about developing the mindset of a master. Masters approach challenges with a growth mindset, viewing obstacles as opportunities for learning rather than insurmountable barriers. They're always seeking ways to improve, refine, and innovate. This mindset is what allows them to push through the dip and continue to grow, even after achieving a certain level of success. Consider the story of Henry, a seasoned chef who ran a successful restaurant. Despite his years of experience, Henry never stopped learning. He regularly attended culinary workshops, tried new cooking techniques, and experimented with new ingredients. Even when his restaurant was thriving, Henry approached his work with a beginner's mindset, always looking for ways to improve. This mindset of continuous improvement is what allowed Henry to maintain his success and continue to innovate in his field. Henry's story highlights the importance of a growth mindset in achieving long-term success. Even when you've reached a certain level of mastery, there's always room for improvement. By maintaining a mindset of continuous learning and growth, you ensure that the dip doesn't mark the end of your journey. It becomes just another step toward greater achievement. In conclusion, the dip is a critical part of the journey to mastery and long-term success. It's where you refine your skills, build resilience, and deepen your understanding of your craft. To achieve mastery, you must embrace the dip, persist through the challenges, and remain focused on your goal. Success is not about avoiding the dip. It's about using it to your advantage. With consistency, passion, a growth mindset, and the ability to learn from failure, you can turn the dip into a springboard for achieving greatness. Mastery isn't a destination. It's a continuous journey that requires dedication, hard work, and an unwavering commitment to improvement. Thank you for listening, and please like the video and subscribe for more great upcoming content that will put you in top 1% people in the world.